Come in. Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
David.
to meet you. I'm Cindy.
Cindy.
Pamela.
David.
Jessica.
Jessica. All right. Awesome. All right. So it was your idea to bring everyone in here today, correct?
Correct.
All right. And you're the mother of these two daughters.
I am.
All right. So what's the reason that y'all decided to come in today?
So I feel like there's a lack of communication in the household right now. My daughters seem to hate me, and I don't know why. I'm trying my best to be both a mom and a provider. I recently lost my husband a year ago in a car accident, and I feel like they resent me for that. And overall, they just think I'm really strict on them. Like I suppress them. Like I don't let them be whatever they want to be.
Right.
And I'm just trying to protect them.
Okay.
And I'm just overwhelmed overall.
Yeah.
There's no connection in the family.
And do you think that they don't see it that way, that you're just trying to protect them?
No, I feel like they just feel like I'm trying to make them miserable.
Okay. All right. And well, I want to bring it to you two. How do you feel about it? Let's start with you. How do you feel about do you feel like your mom's just trying to protect you, or do you feel like there's something more going on?
I feel like I was just really close with my dad. You know, he was always there for us, you know, like asking how our day was.
You kind of miss that. What about you? How do you feel about this?
I think that our mom is strict, and I don't think that our dad was like that as much. And I feel like that makes us want to be like less close to her, because I feel like she never lets us do anything like that we like to do, that we think is fun. It's always what she thinks and what works for her.
Okay, and you felt comfortable sharing with your dad like your feelings and what you thought was fun?
Yes.
And do you do that with your mom?
No, because
Okay.
she's too controlling now.
So I think it would be very helpful if you were able to like open up. That way, when she gives rules, she can understand your feelings and keep that in mind. Because right now, she doesn't have much to work with. And I think just sort of understanding you two better would help her guide her own decisions in the household. And I think it would just relieve a lot of your tension in trying to figure things out just on the whim. So I do have an activity that I wanted all of you to participate in. I have these plushies, and I know it seems really silly. All right, here we go. They're all different animals. And what we're going to do is we're going to choose the animal that we feel best represents us or our current state of mind and our feelings. All right? All right. All right, good job. All right, I wanted to start with you. Let me get these out of the way real quick. We'll use these later. So you chose the cow, yeah?
Yeah.
Why did you choose the cow?
Because I feel like I always have to be providing for my two daughters, and I have to work hard to be the provider and the mom and the dad at the same time. So I feel overwhelmed, and I feel like this animal best describes how I feel,
Yeah.
you know, my role in the family right now.
Like drained.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Wow. Well, I can't imagine how it must be like to have all that responsibility on yourself when you used to have someone who could really help you with that. So I just want to applaud you, because it takes a lot to be a single parent, and I'm sure your daughters are aware. And let's go move on to you. You chose the rabbit. Yeah.
I chose
Alright.
rabbit because I feel a lot of the times I want to just be alone and just crawl into like my little hole and be away from everybody.
All right. So you really value just that personal space and being able to have that alone time to sort of just relax and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. What about you? You chose.
I chose the flamingo because I like to just fly away and hide my feelings and just be depressed.
Wow, you're very self-aware. I like that. That's a really good thing. And you said you've been feeling really depressed. Was that since your father passed, or has that been like?
Since my father passed.
Okay, so you feel like you're still healing from that. Okay. All right. So I think each of you would benefit from being able to sort of heal together, because it looks like all of you have been sort of going your own places. You've been really like focused on your work and nurturing the family and stuff like that, but you don't really have time to really even heal, because right when that loss happened, you had to go straight and get that second job. Like, it seems like, do you feel like you had enough time to really process that and mourn, or do you feel like it's sort of just been in the back burner?
I feel like I haven't had the time to, you know, actually take it in all the way.
Yeah.
Because I had to go straight to responsibility. I used to not work when my husband was alive, so
You were stay at home before?
I was stay at home.
Okay.
So it's been a very difficult transition,
I could imagine.
and it's just hard to be the provider and to know that in my house there's no communication, and I'm trying really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm just strict because I want to protect him.
Of course, every mother wants to protect their kids. All right. Well, I have another idea. So this time I want you to choose everyone's plushies and try to determine how you sort of identify them with. Because I want to see your perspective on how everyone fits in the family right now, okay? And then I'll ask you to do the same, and then you as well, of course.
I chose the wolf.
Okay.
I chose the wolf because I feel like my mom is running the pack on her own, and I feel like she's a lone wolf.
So you've noticed that she's that distance, that you think she's feeling that as well. All right. So you both feel that sort of distance. You both feel alone. And I think it's important that as a family you can come together, especially during times of loss. We want to be there for each other in the happy times and the not so happy times, right? So it's really good that you can see that she's experiencing a similar emotion as you, that isolation. How would you identify your mom?
I would identify my mom as the dog with the spot, and the spot represents her being scattered everywhere because she's always busy with work. And
Right.
I feel like she doesn't have time for my sister and I.
Okay.
Like genuine time.
Right, not just, hi. Yeah, you want more meaningful moments.
Yeah, like
Okay.
when dad was around.
All right. So, what are some examples of meaningful moments that your family shared when your dad was around?
When my dad would get off work every Friday, he would take us to get ice cream.
Oh, ice cream. So it was like, was that every week that y'all would get the ice cream every Friday? Okay. And that stopped once he passed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have an idea. I don't know if it fits your schedule, but do you think bringing back Friday night ice cream days would be a helpful thing for your family? I think that would be a lot of fun.
I feel like I could try to squeeze that into my schedule.
All right, it's possible. That's good.
Should be. Yeah.
And would you be okay with that? Would you like, and how would you feel about Ice Cream Fridays?
I would like that very much.
Yeah, and I think that'd be really a great time to sort of just come together again, because y'all have felt really disconnected, and just bringing back something from the past that really made you happy. I know it's different because he's not here, but I think all of you can make new memories together and make this experience still worthwhile. And you know what? I think he'll still be there, like in spirit, just his memories that he created with you. So I want all of you to carry that when you go on Friday nights. That's going to be like your little homework assignment. And I want to hear back, and I'm sure it'll be great. I have another exercise that I wanted all of you to do. It's called Family Sculpting. This one's going to seem even a little bit more ridiculous than this, but it's going to really give you an idea of how the other person is feeling in this family, how each person is feeling. So let's begin with you. I want you to sculpt your two daughters and sort of sculpt them in a way that you think that they feel. You can position their body a certain way. So let's try that sculpting out. I know, it's a little silly.
And maybe like turn yourself away from me, like your back. Like yeah, like that.
All right.
And
Wow.
and then in a corner corner, just watching this
Yeah,
with absolutely no control.
yeah,
So I'm just there.
yeah. You feel like you can't really help them.
No, I feel like she avoids me. I feel like she's rebellious at times.
Yeah.
And she's too sad for me even to try to communicate with her.
Yeah.
It's just almost impossible to communicate with them.
Okay. All right. All right. Both you can return to your natural positions. So how did you feel about that? Did you feel like she sort of understood how y'all were feeling about things, or is there something more to the picture? What do you think? We can
I
start
think that was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Me and my sister are kind of on our own in a way, and we're both really still sad about the transition without our father.
Okay. Well, your mom did mention that she really wanted to be there for you too, but she feels like she can't. If one day she were to come to your room and say, "Hey, do you have anything to talk about? Can we talk about, your dad?" Would you be open to that?
Yeah, we can be open to that.
You would be open to that? All right, that's good. Because I think it's very important to sort of be real and vulnerable about your feelings. Because I'm sure all of you have similar feelings and you feel really alone, but you really don't have to be alone. Because if anyone's going to understand you, it's your own family. Because all three of you suffered the loss of the same person.